Hey guys, Coach Justin here with your at-home workout of the day for Thursday, March 26th. Our prep for today is going to involve 3 rounds of 3 different movements, starting with a hip slide with a lateral reach. So setting yourself up on the ground, you're going to have one knee down, squeeze your glute forward, glide forward without arching back. You're going to glide forward and reach that same arm up as the knee that's down and reach across your body. Come back out of it, relax, repeat. All right, so you're gonna do that for 8 reps on each side. Second, we're gonna go into a elevated bird dog. So set yourself up on the ground, on your hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, dig your toes in. You're gonna elevate your knees off the ground and reach your opposite arm and leg away from one another. So dig that hand into the ground that's supporting your weight, and then reach the opposite 2, come back down, switch sides, and repeat that for 5 reps on each side. If it's too challenging to come up off the ground, you can keep your knees down on the ground and reach out as far as you can with your arm and opposite leg there. And finally, we're gonna do a hips 90-90 with a lift. So setting yourself up on the ground, get yourself into your 90-90 position here. Today we're going to go a little bit closer in to allow us to lift ourselves up off the ground. So you want to try to do this without support from the hands. Bridge yourself up, open up the hips. If you need support because maybe you feel a little pain in your knee or you don't have the mobility, you can put your hand down behind you to help support you as you bridge yourself up. And then you're just going to flip over to the other side with or without your hands. If you want to try without, that's great, but flip over to the other side and then bridge yourself up. Again, opening up the hips. And you're gonna repeat that for 5 reps on each side, and that's your prep for today. All right, our strength for today, guys, is going to involve 3 different movements for 4 sets. The first movement is a slider hamstring curl. So you'll need 2 objects that slide on the carpet or towels to slide on your hard floor. Set yourself up on the ground, knees bent, heels on the sliders. You're gonna bridge yourself up. Okay, you're gonna reach 1 foot forward and straighten out the knee, and then alternate moving both in and out at the same time, like such. Okay? You can count 10 per side or 20 reps in total. The higher your hips are off the ground, the more challenging this is going to be. So I'm going to challenge you to get your hips up as high as you can. Second movement is going to be a door frame row. This is going to be an isometric movement. So you're going to set yourself up nice and close to the door frame, grab onto the inside, and you're going to pull yourself into the door frame. I know it's a little weird, but you get a lot out of this, right? So you're pulling your elbow back, focus on your lat. Okay, get it as active as you can. Pull back and down with your elbow. You should feel yourself cramping up in this area here. So pull the arm back and down, get your shoulder away from your ear. And you're gonna hold that as aggressively, pull as hard as you can for 20 seconds, and then switch sides for 20 seconds on the other side. Finally, this is gonna be a mid and lower trap exercise here that we're gonna do with a light dumbbell if you've got it, or a can of soup. Right? I'm talking less than 5 pounds or less. So set up on the corner of a wall. You're gonna have a little bit of a slight lean forward, and then rest your head on your forearm. From here, you're gonna pull your shoulder down and back, just like that row that we just did, and then raise the weight or the can as high as you can, using those muscles in the back of your shoulder, not the trap on top, okay? Not the upper trap. We're gonna use the muscles on the back of our shoulder, okay, and our lower trap, right? In between the shoulder blades there, all right? So set up here, arm is down and back, reach up, come back. So you're coming up at an angle that's like this. As soon as you feel activation of your upper trap, that's the end of the movement. Come back down, reset your shoulder for your next repetition. And that's your strength for today. All right, guys, so there's no Metcon for today. We're just doing the recovery. We've got 4 different poses or stretches that we're going to be doing for 2 minutes on each side. So the first such pose is going to be an elevated pigeon. You're going to find maybe the edge of your couch or an ottoman, something elevated. Set yourself up so your lower leg is lying along the top of it, and then you can sink your lower leg, your other supporting leg down until you feel a good stretch in the back of your hip here. Okay, on the back and side of your hip of the elevated leg. So you're going to hold that position there. If you want some support here on this knee to rest on the ground or something, you can do that as well. Maybe a pillow or a cushion. So it's 2 minutes there, and then 2 minutes on the other side. Second, we're going to do a couch stretch. So yesterday we did Bulgarian split squats. Here we're going to hold that bottom position there, resting the knee on the ground. So shoelace elevated on the edge of the bench, lower your leg down, squeeze your glute forward, open up your quad and your hip flexor. The closer your butt is to your heel, the better, but some of us might not be able to get there, and that's okay. So you're going to use the edge of your couch here. That's why it's called the couch stretch. And hold that position for 2 minutes per side. Third, we've got a dragon pose, so set yourself up on one knee, and all you're doing is going to reach your hands down to the ground on the inside of your leg. So both arms on the inside of this front leg here. And this might be a good enough stretch for some of you where you're feeling a pull in the hamstring from both ends, distal and proximal. If you can get lower to your elbows, great. If you're somewhere in between, you can grab a block, something to elevate you up, a cushion, so you can rest your elbows on that. Find the appropriate amount of stretch for you. You're going to hold that for 2 minutes on each side. And the last one is going to be a needle thread. Setting up on your hands and knees. Make sure you get a nice neutral spinal position. I want you to reach one arm up towards the ceiling, and then reach that arm down underneath the armpit of the other. Reach as far as you can, as far as you can. Get a good spine twist. Get a good pull through the deltoid. This arm can just be resting. All of my weight is on my shoulder and my head. This one can come up here even. And you're going to hold that for 2 minutes on each side. Okay, one time through everything, and that's your recovery for today.